Taehyung sets a crazy record. The most highlighted BTS vocalist throughout the tour. Hello ARMY all around the world, and welcome back to BTS fans. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to BTS fans, and turn on the notification bell for the latest stories and updates about BTS and all 7 members. Something fascinating has been happening throughout BTS's journey across different cities. At every concert, all 7 members shine in their own way. But one name continues to capture ARMY's attention across different stages. Kim Taehyung. Not only because of his visuals, but also because of his voice, expressions, and ability to create unforgettable moments. Taehyung and a voice you can recognize instantly. One of Taehyung's greatest strengths is his vocal color. His deep, warm, and distinctive voice makes his parts instantly recognizable, even within a BTS song. When Taehyung's voice fills a massive stadium, his unique tone adds another dimension to the overall performance. And when the camera focuses on his face on the giant screens, even a simple moment can become one of the concert's highlights. One expression, one smile, one glance, any of them can immediately become a topic of conversation among ARMY. Every city creates a new moment. A world tour is not just one concert. BTS performs in different cities, each with its own atmosphere and audience. Yet Taehyung continues to find ways to make his performances feel special. Sometimes through his vocals. Sometimes through his expressions. Sometimes through simple interactions with ARMY. And often, those moments continue online after the concert. Fan cams are shared. Photos appear everywhere. Short clips begin going viral. And more people start talking about Taehyung's performance. That is what makes the attention surrounding him feel so significant. More than just visuals. Taehyung certainly receives a lot of attention for his appearance. But describing him only as a visual would overlook the abilities that make him such a compelling performer. Taehyung is a vocalist. He is a performer. And he has a very strong stage presence. Another fascinating quality is his unpredictability. Fans never really know what kind of moment might happen when Taehyung is on stage. A smile can go viral. An interaction with another member can become a fan favorite. A vocal line can become a highlight. And sometimes, Taehyung does not even need to do anything dramatic to attract attention. His presence alone can be enough. The Taehyung effect. ARMY often refers to this kind of phenomenon as the Taehyung effect. When Taehyung appears, attention immediately increases. When he performs, cameras and fans start looking for his moments. And when the concert ends, conversations about his performance continue. That is what makes a world tour so fascinating. A concert does not end when the final song finishes. Moments from the stage continue to live through social media. Even after the music stops, the lights turn off, and the stadium slowly becomes quiet, the memories created during the concert continue traveling across the internet. Clips are shared. Fan cams are reposted. Photos spread from one platform to another. And once again, Taehyung repeatedly becomes part of that conversation. His vocals are discussed. His expressions become screenshots. His interactions with ARMY become memorable clips. And moments that lasted only a few seconds inside the stadium can continue to be talked about for days afterward. It is still about BTS. But there is one important thing we should never forget. BTS is 7 members. Each member has their own color, voice, personality, and strengths. Taehyung does not need to take attention away from the other members to demonstrate his influence. The true strength of BTS comes from how all 7 members create the performance together. Every voice contributes something different. Every personality adds another layer. Every member brings a unique energy to the stage. And within that harmony, Taehyung has a very distinctive color. His deep and recognizable voice. His expressive performances. His unique personality. His calm but powerful stage presence. and especially the way he interacts with ARMY. All of these elements have become an important part of the identity people associate with BTS. That is why even a small Taehyung moment can sometimes feel much bigger than expected. A glance toward the audience. A change in expression. A powerful vocal line. A spontaneous reaction. Sometimes, it is something incredibly simple that captures people's attention. And when ARMY notices those moments, they quickly become part of the larger story surrounding the tour. The real record. So, when ARMY says Taehyung is setting a crazy record, as one of the most highlighted vocalists throughout the tour, we should make an important distinction between an official record and social media popularity. There may not be an official statistic confirming that Taehyung is the most highlighted vocalist across the entire tour. However, the amount of attention surrounding his performances, the viral moments, the fan reactions, and the number of clips circulating online clearly demonstrate that his impact is enormous. And perhaps that is the real achievement. Not simply numbers. Not simply views. Not simply how many times his name appears on social media. The bigger achievement is the ability to create moments that people remember long after the performance has ended. A great performance does not disappear when the final note is sung. It continues through conversations, through fan edits, through photographs, through memories shared between ARMY. And that is where Taehyung continues to leave his mark. The journey continues. The tour still has many stories waiting to unfold. There are more stages, more cities, more audiences, more songs, and countless possibilities for Taehyung to create another unforgettable moment. Every time the stadium lights go down and BTS prepares to return to the stage, millions of ARMY will be waiting once again. The anticipation begins. The crowd becomes louder. The light sticks fill the stadium. And everyone wonders the same thing. What will Taehyung do this time? Maybe it will be an incredible vocal performance that makes the entire stadium fall silent for a moment. Maybe it will be an unexpected interaction with ARMY. Maybe it will be a funny reaction shared with another BTS member. Or perhaps it will simply be a small expression that somehow captures everyone's attention and once again takes over social media. Nobody knows. And that is exactly what makes it so exciting. Because Taehyung's most memorable moments are not always predictable. Sometimes they happen naturally. Sometimes they happen in the middle of a song. Sometimes they last only a few seconds. But those few seconds can become memories that ARMY carries for a very long time. Taehyung continues creating one memorable moment after another. One city. One stage. One song. One interaction. One memory at a time. And perhaps that is why Kim Taehyung's name continues to be one of the most closely watched throughout BTS's journey. Not because he stands alone, but because he is part of something much bigger. He is one of 7 members who have built a connection with millions of people around the world. And every new stage gives him another opportunity to show a different side of himself. This is V. This is Kim Taehyung. And this is another unforgettable chapter in the continuing journey of BTS. The story is not over. The lights will rise again. The music will begin again. And somewhere in another stadium, another Taehyung moment may already be waiting to become the next memory shared by ARMY around the world. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to BTS fans, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss the next BTS story. See you in the next BTS story.